What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are going to do a quick update on my other account on the warships. Now, this account was languishing quite a bit, and then this tech tree finally caught up. Now, when I say this tech tree, I went up and got troop health. I also got boom cannons, which may have been a mistake, but just wanted to get two different tech trees, and then boom, shakalaka, into Seekers. Now, Seekers with troop health are insanely strong. Without troop health, once you get into 19-ish, 20-ish, things get very difficult. That's probably moved down to like 18 and 19 even at this point. As people get more shock launchers and more mines, just Seekers are going to get more and more difficult. So the earlier you got them, the better off you're going to be. This account was at 15 yesterday, slowly climbing up. Actually, not slowly, very quickly climbing up until right about now when things start to get a little bit more difficult. Now, with troop health, you don't have to be nearly so cute, nearly so careful. You can just throw like one smoke here, one smoke there, and then just cruise on through all of the things and hopefully have some Seekers left at the end of the day. And they're just going to cruise through all of the mines, no problems at all, and take out that back engine room. Now, speaking of Seekers, there was a live stream done yesterday by a player named Whack Dagger. Now, I think it's a guy. I'm just going to assume it's a guy because I haven't heard otherwise, but he absolutely pulled down people's pants and crushed them with no defenses out. And so just showing that tech tree can be hugely impressive. I think he went from 24 down to 10 intentionally and then climbed all the way back up, or very close to back up. 329 loss is heartbreaking, but there are a ton of different tech trees coming. I gotta say, get the heck out of 4 engine rooms as fast as you can, because people, as they start to get barrage, are going to be able to take out your base in about somewhere between 12 and 17 seconds using barrage and Seekers. So get into 5 engine rooms as fast as you can. That is my goal right now. Also, rocket choppas are coming. Rocket choppas plus Seekers. You can send rocket choppas for the back engine rooms, Seekers for the front, very fast as well. On top of that, bullet and artillery seems like the ideal way to go. That's the path that I'm planning to go, but heavy choppas might also be an option, and maybe once heavy choppas come out, bombardiers and Kavan come back into play, but I don't have any heroes on either of my 2 main accounts. For good reason. I think Bullet is in our path. We have to get him, so I am going to be using Bullet to his fullest. Now, if you're not super confident with Seekers, that is where all of the troop health comes in, and it is just so strong. Like, these attacks, I would be being way cuter, way more safe if I didn't have troop health right now. I would probably be throwing out some smokes and sneaking my troops along things, but it's really not required when you have troop health, because you can just mow through all these mines, get all of your troops back there, and then throw all sorts of shocks on that back engine room. Now, as you saw in the last attack, 328, not a great time. Likely need to be in 330, 331 to pull out some victories, but it all depends who you're coming up against, and it also depends what tech level you're at. I didn't find there was nothing that stood in my way until I got to about 19, and then once you get into 19, things get a little bit more difficult. See that? Another loss with a darn good time, so need to speed things up. Also, this base right here is not the way I should be doing it. This base was my 3 engine room base, and I never made any changes to it, so likely need to make some adjustments in there as well. Just gonna randomly move things around, hoping to get some troops out. And this base, don't copy this base at all. Like, I have literally not placed any of the mines in the right places. Things are not done well on this base at all, but we're still coming very close to winning at the tier 19. So just wanted to show you a different tech tree than I've been using on my other account, and let you know that it is extremely strong once you get some what are these things called? Some Seekers with some troop health. Like, they just cut through things like absolute butter. They just melt through mines, and things just get so much easier once you get troop health with Seekers. So if you're not super confident with Seekers, this is the perfect path for you, because you're still going to be able to pull off victories, and your times don't have to be perfect, your smokes don't have to be perfect, and you're going to be able to come through mines. And a lot of these mines are, they would like my razor thin win on my other account would have not been possible with this sloppy of seeker attacks. So don't take these attacks as a baseline at all. These attacks are not terribly good. My other seeker attacks on my other account have to be way cleaner, simply because no troop health means you have to scout so much more carefully. I have moved into artillery. Artillery makes things far better, especially against 3 engine room players. I gotta say, artillery was the answer for me. On my other account, I went, instead of going into rocket choppas, the choice was rocket choppas or artillery. I went into artillery because A, it's forwards, and B, against 3 engine room bases, you just artillery the back engine room base, and away you go. So much cleaner. 3 engine room bases cause nothing but pain for me, so being able to just artillery engine rooms and or mines just makes things so... Oh man, I cursed myself. Look at this. So troop health hopefully going to come to the rescue here. We're going to go 1, then we're going to go 2 and 3. We're going to smoke those things right through there. Maybe 1 smoke there, 1 smoke there. And then throwing a shock right there. And then we're going to get all the rest of our seekers over on this left-hand side. I got to say, seekers against 3 engine rooms is just so frustrating for me. I make so many mistakes, but hopefully we can salvage some form of this attack, because it's just like 3 engine rooms are my least favorite thing this season. I don't know what it is about them. I think it's just because everything is so darn compressed and tight, but as you can see there, the troop health definitely playing a massive factor in getting all of our troops onto the engine rooms without dying. I can't even count the number of times I've wiped with my non-troop health account. So if you're on the fence about seekers, do consider going through that troop health node. It will drastically improve your attacks. And also, if you don't have instant training, it almost makes seekers viable. I say almost because I'm not completely sold on that being the case or not, but we shall find out here in just a second. Probably drop those right-hand seekers a little bit on the early side, and then just cruising through all of this stuff, trying our darndest to get a decent time, because it all comes down to time with seekers. There's nothing else involved. It's just a complete and utter race to get those engine rooms down. Hopefully being able to get this above 3 minutes 30 seconds is the goal. 3:32. Okay, so that's a time. I had a draw at 3:32 earlier on in the day, but 3:32 typically will be a win. Let's just see what this Pierre Vip does to us here. They're coming in with seekers as well, and our slightly reimagined base. You saw me move a couple things, slowing things down. Maybe, don't really know if I can attribute that to the base or the attacker. You never really know if it's the attacker or the base, I suppose. But nonetheless, pulling out a couple victories, couple losses on this video. Do let me know which path you've gone. I gotta say, this season, I don't recall a season having this many paths. People are using Everspark. People are using Kavan. People are using cryo bombardiers. There's rocket launchers out there. There's shock launchers out there. We've got barrage on very few instances. And I got to say, you know instantly when you run into a barrage player at 4 engine rooms, because you just get absolutely pummeled. I am very tempted to go shock launchers, but I know there's going to be a whole bunch more barrage players coming, so I'm going to get into 5 engine rooms as fast as I possibly can, and then maybe go back for rocket choppas since my other account already has artillery, trying to do things differently, get 2 different tech trees going, just to get a little bit more balanced gameplay out there for you guys. Anyways, one other quick note before I go. Do make sure that you check out your armory, because cryo bombardiers are here, especially if you're a low level. And by low level, I mean anyone like under XP 50. Cryo bombardiers will allow you to clear your map without any losses, basically 0. Check the cards for a video on that. Otherwise, hopefully 2021 is treating you extremely well. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.